Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Hey planner friends, and so here we are. I know, what are we doing? Well, I am currently in my Traveler's Company Black Traveler's Notebook, and it's summertime. Honestly, in spring I should have probably moved into something a little bit lighter, but I was still really feeling and loving this black notebook. It's my favorite. And I think for the rest of summer, oh, the clouds are just moving. Sorry about the lighting. I wanted to move into something a little more neutral and lighter, so I'm going to go with my camels. And this video, I think I'm going to focus on the standard size Traveler's Notebook and just switching out what I'm going to be using for the summertime. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to move all of the passport over for a different video, and let's just switch things out, shall we? I am really sick and tired of not shopping my shelf and going through my stash. So I have all of these like monthly and daily washi tapes. I have some that are not even opened. These are Jet Pen brand. Still never even used them. Got the days of the week here. And then I have my washi tape hexagons. So this is more like a checklist, but instead of it being boxes, they're hexagons, which I love. And I still haven't even bothered to figure this out. I know. All right, so with all of the passport stuff off to the side, let's move into, well, let's move that as well. This guy. All right, so my Traveler's Company camel. This feels like suede, you guys. It's so beautiful. I have used this. This is not new, and it just holds up so well. You can pretty much rub out almost any scratch, really. Even though I use it mostly in the summer and I put it in and out of my bag, I've really never had severe scratches. There's a few here slightly you can see, but not that serious. I have a green closure on here because I bought the Traveler's Company, I don't know what they call it, maybe it's a restringing kit, and this beautiful grain's from there. This says the journey is the destination, and this is from Bam Kuhan. I know I say that wrong every time, but I'm gonna make it consistently wrong. This as well, this is their little logo that's so cute, and I have it tied onto my bookmark. People have asked me in the past if this is a weird writing surface, and the truth is, slightly yes. Do I have some regrets? I have a few, but it's not that serious, and I don't honestly notice it as much anymore. I have some that are more centered up at the top. This one I put in the corner. I'm scared to pull it off, you guys. I'm a little scared. I know it's gonna leave a big mark. I'm not sure how well the glue is gonna come off of this. I think that these have like double-sided sticky tape, but I don't know. Also, I'm thinking about taking my brown Traveler's Notebook, which I really hate, because if you know anything about me, you know that I like pristine things, and this type of leather, this pull-up leather, especially when you put stickers in here and you try to roll it or, you know, kind of bend it, it starts to, you can see how it's pull up there, because this is honestly pulling against this and causing a hot mess, and I hate the way it looks. Plus the brown is just, it doesn't feel as suede-y. Neither does the black, but for some reason it's just a different feel than either one of these, I know. And I'm thinking about taking this to my library because they do have a laser, and I'm thinking about doing something like this, like engraving something on the front here, maybe an image or some wordage to make it look a little less rustic. I don't like rustic, you guys. I'm sorry. If you like rustic, I understand, but it's not my thing. And I also think I want to pick something a little more feminine, so this doesn't look so masculine. It's just kind of rough and tough, and that's just not who I am as a person. So I think something frilly or just like really loopy lettering would do some good here. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Have you ever used a laser or one of those, what are they called? I think it's just like a stamp that they use to do this. Maybe I'm a liar. Maybe it's a laser. I don't even know. But I'm going to try to do something with this. So I might be in this in the summertime if I can figure out how to make this look a little nicer. I know the other trend right now is to buy patches and put like a patch on here. We don't need no stinking patches. But again, then you have this issue of being afraid to take out the patch or pull this off because it's going to have glue, or if you're sewing it in, that becomes a whole nother situation. So, and I know what you're saying. This is still like, this isn't, you know, permanent, it's temporary, as opposed to using a laser. But also I don't use this at all because of the way it looks. So I might as well learn how to use a laser. I also do have some other leather that I'm going to try out, just like pieces of leather, before I do this one. But this would be something that, since I don't use it, would be nice to, you know, practice on. I don't know. What do you think? I'm a little scared. I don't use it, so I'm not that scared. I would be terrified to do these because I love them, but I want to make this one a little bit more appealing. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Okay, so moving. Currently, let's just do a quick flip through. I have in here my monthly, and this is by Travelers. It says Travelers Notebook by Travelers Company. I always say that like backwards, and I love this monthly. It works really well for, you know, my needs, and so I'm going to continue to use this. And then in the center I have the weekly by Travelers Company, as you can see there. And this is, you know, gone through it. It's gone through it. I've used it already for, I think, 3 different things, and currently I'm keeping vocab in here because I always come back to vocab and it's a nice place to keep it. In here, I'm keeping notes, and a lot of these notes are from my, I mentioned that I have an iPhone, what's it called? Screenshot addiction, and a lot of things I screenshots are like words or books that are recommendations for other videos I'm watching. Somebody might come up with a different term or concept in a video, and I'm like, what is that? And I need to know that, so I take pictures of them, and then I just kind of research them and put them in here for later so that they're not lost. And then of course I have this 10th anniversary writing board, and I don't actually use it to write on. I don't care for that. I'm the type of person who likes a stack of paper to write on. Do you remember like when you were in school, you take out like a whole stack of paper just to write on the top one? I don't like the feel of the table underneath the page, and so I don't actually use this to write or anything. I don't use it to hold my place, which is weird. I probably should. I mostly use this to make like lines and boxes and things, so that's what it's for. Also, I put my sticky notes on here so that I can put this out, and then when I'm flipping back and forth between my monthly and when I was using this for a planner for my weekly, I could just always see my to-dos, if that makes sense. Okay, let's take this apart because I've wasted a lot of our time. And I don't know if I want to keep this in here or keep it in something separate because I don't use this very often, whereas these two I have gotten accustomed to carrying with me, like as an everyday carry. So this doesn't actually need to be in there. I thought about putting just like a notebook for scratch notes, just so that I could feel free to write, but I'm going to be setting up my passport for that. So maybe just a twofer. Maybe I'll just have 2 notebooks. I don't know. Have my elastic on this one. Because I had them piggybacked in here. So I'm going to say goodbye to this. Will I take this out? I don't know. This is the new pen that I just got with a new journal for the summer, and I had put that in there. Okay. Also, I mean, maybe I'll put summer of 25 or something else in here. For those of you who are interested, someone asked me because it was shiny. I print this out on my little label maker, and that's why it's shiny, and I just put it on a piece of either cardstock, this is on the back of an index card, and put this in here just so it has a little bit of more of a grip. When I use just like a sheet of copy paper, it just is too flimsy. This might not fit in here, but it fit in the other one perfectly. Of course not. Why would that work? Too easy, Sylvia. I think I'm gonna have to cut the bottom. Yeah, that way the top doesn't show, because you can slightly see the top there. Who cares? It's okay for now. I can fix it later. We're going on. We're moving on. Okay, I feel like I'm completely out of frame this whole time. I apologize. Sylvia, focus. Okay, elastic here. Now I like that there is some brown within here. It looks like little veins. I think I'm in manual focus because I made a video like not too long ago where the audio focus just wouldn't work. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it was the lighting. I don't know. So now I'm just in manual, so I can't bring it up. But it looks like little veins in here of this kind of tan color almost. So it's still matchy-matchy even though it's black. Is that true? Am I just lying to myself? I don't know. Now, I love her, and I'd love to see her as soon as I, just like a little pop of beautiful when I open this notebook. However, I can't get over the fact that months should go before weeks because it's bigger. Does that make sense? And like my dailies would go last because it's days and it's smaller. I'm crazy. These are, you know, whatever. This video might not be for everyone, and that is okay. Okay, feeding this through so we can piggyback. Also, I think I used a super sticky note on here, and you probably can't see it, but I can see like the grime that's left on here from that super sticky note. I don't even know if they just make regular sticky notes anymore. I feel like every time I buy some from Amazon, they're always all super sticky, and I can't get it off. And this is a picture that I had printed at the Walmart Vision Center or whatever the hell the Vision Center. Sylvia, that is for people who need glasses. Lols. I don't remember what it's called. The Photo Center? Is that what I was trying to say? I don't know. I just realized that there's no pockets in here. And you know why? Because this leather is so beautiful and I had so many struggles with the pockets in here, you know, pulling on the leather when I was like moving stuff around, that I didn't want that to happen in here. I don't know that it's necessarily pull up the same leather or whatever, but I don't even know if I have any more pockets to put in here. So, or would I put this? I don't even know. That is something for another day. Okay, so we are currently on the right month here. That is annoying. I will admit that is kind of annoying. I might pull that sucker off. Listen, if I can use the, what is it called? The laser at my library, I will probably rip this off and put a design there so it won't look so crazy and bare, because it's such a perfect piece of leather in my opinion. Just beautiful. The lighting is so, it's actually not the lighting in here, it's my camera. It just wants to be stupid. Now it's dark. Whatever. I can't with you right now, camera. Here is the current week we're on. I'm doing some wordage catch up in here. Sometimes I pin these two, this is last month, together. I've been using a sticky note for my to-dos because I've been pretty lazy. I was putting them in here, and then I decided I wanted to put wordage and stuff in here. Yeah, so that is cool there. Oh, this is backwards, lols. Turn it around, Sylvia, you can do this. Okay, I love how the gold matches with this, but I feel like it really doesn't with the black as much. I just don't, I think it's a little too harsh. I would prefer like silver. Oops, I forgot about the bookmark. Yeah, I would prefer silver hardware. I'm gonna put this on my birthday week because I have some, oh, I can't put it on my birthday week? No. I'm gonna put this on my birthday week because I have some planning to do. It's also Jay's birthday week. That's why we call it birthday week. Because her birthdays are gonna, I don't know, do they fall in the same week? They don't. Our birthdays are on 2 separate weeks, you guys. Aw, sad pander. Between this and that, I'm losing it. And look at how it's making like black marks on here. Yeah, I just licked my fingers. I know, I'm gross. But it does come off on this table, but it does leave little marks. So there's also that to think about, people, before you put these things on your notebooks. That's gonna annoy me. I really need to cut it for surezies. Let me just do it now because I'm irritated. I need a pen. I got it. This is like the most ridiculous video ever. I love you. Thank you for coming and watching and staying. Okay, let's see if that was enough for it to go all the way down. Okay, that is a much better fit. Nicey nice. Okay, I like that. What else? It's so dark in here. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, this guy. I'm gonna put this in here. This is, you know, and there's something about the mustard color that is kind of slightly offensive, but when it comes to the camel, it just works. Does that, anyone else? Anyone else? So I have these together, but I can just go ahead and put this in here. I can hear it tap tapping on my chamber doors. Quote the raven, nevermore. Okay, that way I have somewhere to house this and anything else that I need. I do have this one, but I feel like this matches a little bit better with the black because it does have the black in it, whereas this looks kind of crazy. Am I just making all of this up? Probably. Okay, and now this can go here until I decide whether or not I have any more pockets. I don't want to put pockets on here. It's just so pretty without them. You know, you just have to have one notebook where it doesn't have extra pockets and you just use it the way that it is. Is that true? I don't even know. I am going to carry this around for the summer and see how it goes. And yeah, this is my new setup for June. And I don't know, I'm gonna finish, well, let me see. I don't want to lie to you guys. I think all of June is in here, and then July is actually, let's see, I was using this in most of April. That's true. Let's see. Yep. All of June is in here, and then July is the new book. And I think that possibly, because I have this put up somewhere, this week is repeated in July's, obviously, because the first day of July is in here. So, or it falls within this week anyway. Week 27. Okay. This is snazzy and I love it. I love the way this feels like butter, you guys. Oh my gosh, I wish you could all just feel and kind of molest my leather because it's so, so pretty. Oh my gosh. What are you even saying, Sylvia? Yeah. And I love the way this looks, so I don't want to take this off, but it does make a lot of stupid noise. So does this thing. It's not as intense, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows? All right, this is where we're at. We're gonna see how it goes. I think this is actually a little more brown than camel, but because this is darkened over time, it looks like it's a little more matchy-matchy. But I feel like it matched better on my brown. Is that, nope, just kidding. It's not as dark as, this is like chocolate, and this is chocolate, and this is definitely, you know, caramel. Chocolate and caramel. You'd think that chocolate would look prettier than this. It just looks like butt. I know. Poor journal. Why can't you get some love? Hopefully you will once I get that laser working. Okay, so yeah, this is my setup for the summer and for June. We're going to see how it goes. And if you're interested in seeing what I'm going to be putting in my writing journal, I think that I want everyday like to-do lists in that, since I'm more likely to carry it all of the time. So I think I'm going to put that on my other channel, Sincerely Sylvia. So I will see you over there if you are interested in that video. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.